have an intro to today's stream because today Greymoor is released. Now, if I can get onto the server, I'm going to be playing Greymoor, and I'm very excited about that. So let's see if it's working. I'm in queue right now. Approximate wait time, 30 seconds. You guys can wait with me. You can wait with me. This is a 30-second queue. I wonder how long it's actually going to take. Long enough for me to quit Elder Scrolls Online? I don't... I think when you stream with 0 people watching you and you're in a login queue, it's got to be the least exciting stream that anybody's ever seen. I tell you what, I'll get a book and I'll read a book to you guys. Hold on, I'll be right back. This is exciting stuff. Let's change the title up here because I don't want people to think I'm playing Elder Scrolls when I'm not. Alright, so the book we're going to be reading while we wait for the queue is Redwall. Redwall. I love this book. I read it as a kid. It's about animals who are like human and have war and stuff. It's a pretty intense book. So Redwall. It was the start of the summer of the late rose. Moss flower country shimmered. That's the front of the book. Let me get a little closer there. Redwall. All right. This is a well-worn version. And we've got book 1, The Wall. All right, we'll start there. And there's a map of Redwall Abbey. All right. There's a 1-page intro, so we'll read that. It was the start of the summer of the late rose. Moss flower country shimmered gently in a peaceful haze, bathing delicately at each dew-laden dawn, blossoming through high sunny noontides, languishing in each crimson-tinted twilight that heralded the soft darkness of June nights. Redwall stood foursquare along the marches of the old south border, flanked on 2 sides by moss-flower wood-shaded depths. The other half of the abbey overlooked an undulating sweeps of meadowland, its ancient gate facing the long dusty road on the western perimeter. From above it resembled some fabulous dusky jewel, fallen between a green mantle of light silk and dark velvet. The first mice had built the abbey of red sandstone quarried from pits many miles away in the northeast. The abbey building was covered across its south face by the type of ivy known as Virginia creeper. The onset of autumn would turn the leaves into a cape of fiery hue, thus adding further glory to the name and legend of Redwall Abbey. That is a great intro. All right. There's a little rhyme here. Rhyme from beneath the great hall tapestry. Who says that I am dead, knows not at all. I am that is, 2 mice within Redwall. The warrior sleeps twixt hall and cavern hole. I am that is. Take on my mighty roll, look for the sword in moonlight streaming forth at night, When day's first hour reflects the north, from over the threshold seek, and you will see. I am that is, my sword will wield for me. Alright, book 1, The Wall. The Wall. Alright. Ready for this? I don't know how to say the character's name. I'm just gonna pronounce it how it's written, and if I'm wrong, then people will correct me, I'm sure. Matthias cut a comical little figure as he wobbled his way along the cloisters, with his large sandals flip-flopping and his tail peeping from beneath the baggy folds of an oversized novice's habit. He paused to gaze upward at the cloudless blue sky and tripped over the enormous sandals. Hazelnuts scattered out upon the grass from the rush basket he was carrying. Unable to stop, he went tumbling cowl over tail. Bump! The young mouse squeaked in dismay. He rubbed tenderly at his damp, snub nose while slowly taking stock of where he had landed, directly at the feet of Abbot Mortimer. Immediately, Matthias scrambled about on all fours, hastily trying to stuff nuts back into the basket as he muttered clumsy apologies, avoiding the stern gaze of his elder. Sorry, Father Abbot. I tripped, you see. Trod on my abbot, Father Abbot. Oh dear, I mean. The Father Abbot blinked solemnly over the top of his glasses. Matthias again. What a young buffoon of a mouse. Only the other day he had singed old brother Methuselah's whiskers. Singed old brother Methuselah's whiskers while lighting candles. The elder's stern expression softened. He watched the little novice rolling about on the grass, grappling with large armfuls of smooth hazelnuts, which constantly seemed to escape his grasp. Shaking his old gray head, yet trying to hide a smile, Abbot Mortimer bent and helped to gather up the fallen nuts. Plural. I don't read out loud very often. Oh, Matthias, Matthias, my son, he said wearily, when will you learn to take a life a little slower? To walk with dignity and humility? How can you ever hope to be accepted as a mouse of Redwall, when you are always dashing about, grinning from whisker to tail like a mad rabbit? Matthias tossed the last of his hazelnuts into the basket and stood awkwardly shuffling his large sandals in the grass. How could he say aloud what was in his heart? The abbot put his paw around the young mouse's shoulder, sensing his secret yearnings, for he had ruled Redwall wisely over a great number of years and gained much experience of mouse life. He smiled down at his younger charge and spoke kindly to him. Come with me, Matthias. It is time we talked together. A curious thrush piercing in a gnarled pear tree watched the two figures make their way at a sedate pace in the direction of the great hall. One clad in dark greeny brown of the order, the other garbed in the lighter green of a novice. They conversed earnestly in low tones. Thinking what a clever bird he was, the thrush swooped down on the basket that had been left behind. Twisters! The basket contained only hard nuts, locked tight within their shells. Feigning lack of interest, lest any other birds had been witness to his silly mistake, he began whistling jauntily a few bars of his melodious summer song, strolling nonchalantly over to the cloister walls in search of snails. It was cool inside Great Hall. Sunlight flooded down in slanting rainbow-hued shafts from the high, narrow stained glass windows. A million colored dust motes danced and swirled as the two mice trod the ancient stone floor. The Father Abbot halted in front of the wall on which hung a long tapestry. This was the pride and joy of Redwall. The oldest part had been woven by the founders of the abbey, but each successive generation had added to it. Thus the tapestry was not only a priceless treasure, it was also a magnificent chronicle of early Redwall history. The abbot studied the wonderment in Matthias's eyes as he asked him a question, the answer to which the wise mouse already knew. Where are you looking at, my son? Matthias pointed to the figure woven into the tapestry. It was a heroic-looking mouse with a fearless smile on his handsome face. Clad in armor, he leaned casually on an impressive sword, while behind him foxes, wildcats, and vermin fled in terror. The young mouse gazed in admiration. Oh, Father Abbot, he sighed, if only I could be like Martin the warrior. He was the bravest, most courageous mouse that ever lived. The abbot sat down slowly on the cool stone floor, resting his back against the wall. Listen to what I say, Matthias. You have been like a son to me, ever since you first came to our gates as an orphan woodland mouse, begging to be taken in. Come, sit by me, and I will try to explain to you what our order is all about. We are mice of peace. Oh, I know that Martin was a warrior mouse, but those are wild days when strength was needed, the strength of a champion such as Martin. He arrived here in the deep winter when the founders were under attack from many foxes, vermin, and great wildcat. So fierce a fighter was Martin that he faced the enemy single-pawed, driving them mercilessly far from the Mossflower. During the rout, Martin fought a great battle against overwhelming odds. He emerged victorious after slaying the wildcat with his ancient sword, which became famous throughout the land. But in the last bloody combat, Martin was seriously wounded. He lay injured in the snow until the mice found him. They brought him back to the abbey and cared for his hurts until he regained his strength. Then something seemed to come over him. He was transformed by what only could be called a mouse miracle. Martin forsook the way of the warrior and hung up his sword. That was when our order found its true vocation. All the mice took a solemn vow never to harm another living creature, unless it was an enemy they sought to harm our order by violence. They vowed to heal the sick, care for the injured, and give aid to the wretched and impoverished. So was it written, and so has it been throughout all of the ages of mousekind since. Today we are deeply honored and highly respected society. Anywhere we go, even far beyond Mossflower, we are treated with courtesy by all creatures. Even predators will not harm a mouse who wears the habit of our order. They know he or she is one who will heal and give aid. It is an unwritten law that Redwall mice can go anywhere, throughout any territory, and pass unharmed. At all times we must live up to this. It is our way, our very life. As the abbot spoke, so his voice increased in volume, solemnity. Matthias sat under his stern gaze, completely humbled. Abbot Mortimer stood and put a wrinkled old paw lightly on the small head, right between the velvety ears, now drooping with shame. Once more the abbot's heart softened towards the little mouse. Poor Matthias, alas for your ambitions. The day of the warrior is gone, my son. We live in peaceful times, thank heaven, and you need only think of obeying me, your abbot, and doing as you are bidden. In time to come, when I am long gone to my rest, you'll think back to this day and bless my memory, for then you will be a true member of Redwall. Come now, my young friend, cheer up. It is the summer of the late rose. There are many, many days of warm sun ahead of us. Go back and get your basket of hazelnuts. Tonight, we have a great feast to celebrate my golden jubilee as abbot. When you've taken the nuts to the kitchen, I have a special task for you. Yes, indeed, I'll need some fine fish for the table. Go get your rod in line. Tell Brother Alf that he is to take you fishing in the small boat. That's what young mice like doing, isn't it? Who knows, you may land a fine trout or some sticklebacks. Run along now, young one. Happiness filled Matthias, from tails to whisker, as he bobbed a quick bow to his superior and shuffled off. Smiling benignly, the abbot watched him go. Little rascal, he must have a word with the almoner, to see if some sandals could be found that were the right fit for Matthias. Still wonder the poor mouse kept tripping up. And that is chapter 1 of Redwall. We are still in the queue, so I will continue reading. Let's see here. 30 seconds is a long time in ESO world. Chapter 2. There's a little picture there. I think that's supposed to be a ferret or a badger. Maybe a rat. Okay. Chapter 2. If you're following along, it's page 17 in this version of the book. Feel free to follow along as we wait in queue and read Redwall. The high, warm sun shone down on Clooney the Scourge. Clooney was coming. He was big and tough, an evil rat with ragged fur and curved, jagged teeth. He wore a black eye patch. His eye had been torn out in battle with a pike. Clooney had lost an eye. The pike had lost its life. Some said that Clooney was a Portuguese rat. Others said he came from the jungles far across the wide oceans. Nobody knew for sure. Clooney was a bilge rat, the biggest, most savage rodent that ever jumped from ship to shore. He was black with gray and pink scars all over his huge, sleek body, from the tip of his wet nose up past his green and yellow slitted eye, across both his mean tattered ears, down the length of his heavy, vermin-ridden back to the enormous whip-like tail which had earned him his title, Clooney the Scourge. Now he rode on the back of the hay wagon with his 500 followers, a mighty army of rats, sewer rats, tavern rats, water rats, dockside rats. Clooney's army, fearing yet following him. Redtooth, his second in command, carried a long pole. This was Clooney's personal standard. The skull of a ferret was fixed at its top. Clooney had killed the ferret. He feared no living thing. Wild-eyed, with the terror of rat smell in its nostrils, the horse plunged ahead without any driver. Where the hay cart was taking him was of little concern to Clooney. Straight on the panicked horse galloped, past the milestone lodged in the earth at the roadside, heedless of the letters graven in the stone. Redwall Abbey, 15 miles. Clooney spat over the edge of the cart at two young rabbits playing in the field. Tasty little things. A pity the cart hadn't stopped yet, he thought. The high warm sun shone down on Clooney the Scourge. Clooney was a god of war. Clooney was coming near. That was chapter 2 of Redwall. We're on chapter 3. A little picture at the top. It's like a little fish. Beneath the great hall of Redwall, candles burned bright in their sconces. This was the cavern hole of the mice. What a night it was going to be. Between them, Matthias and brother Alf had caught and landed a fully grown grayling. They had fought and played the big fish for nearly 2 hours, finally wading into the shallows and dragging it to the bank. It was nearly 2 pounds in weight, a tribute to brother Alf's angling skills, combined with the youthful muscles of Matthias and their joint enthusiasm. Constance the Badger had to be called. Gripping the fish in her strong jaws, she followed the two mice to the Abbey kitchen and delivered the catch for them. Then she made her farewells. They would see her at the Jubilee feast that evening, along with many other Mossflower residents who had been invited to share the festivities. But brother Alf and Matthias stood proudly beside their catch amid the culinary hustle and bustle until they were noticed by Friar Hugo. Busy as he was, the enormously fat Hugo, who would have no other title but that of friar, stopped what he was doing. Wiping the perspiration from his brow with a dandelion that he held with his tail, he waddled about inspecting the fish. Nice shiny scales, bright eyes, beautifully fresh. Friar Hugo smiled so joyfully that his face disappeared amid deep dimples. He shook Alf by the paw and clapped Matthias heartily on the back as he called out between chuckles. Bring the white gooseberry wine, fetch me some rosemary, thyme, beech nuts, and honey. Quickly, and now, friends, now! He squeaked, waving the dandelion. Oh, uh-oh. We might have to end our reading here, everyone. Let's finish this chapter. I, Hugo, will create a grayling a la Redwall, such as will melt in the mouth of mice. Fresh cream. I need lots of fresh cream. Bring some mint leaves, too. They had left Friar Hugo ranting on, delirious in his joy, as they both went off to bathe and clean up, combing whiskers, curling tails, shining noses, and the 101 other grooming tasks that Redwall mice always perform in preparation for an epic feast. We got in, boys. We got in. All right, I'm going to hit play, and we'll finish the chapter. The rafters of Cavern Hole rang to the excited buzz and laughter of the assembled creatures, hedgehogs, moles, squirrels, woodland creatures, and mice of all kinds. Field mice, hedge mice, door mice, even a family of poor little church mice. Kindly helpers scurried about, making everybody welcome. Hello there, Miss Church Mouse. Sit the children down. I'll get them some raspberry cordial. Why, Mr. Bankful, so nice to see you. How's the back? Better now? Good. Here, try a drop of this peach and elderberry brandy. Matthias's young head was in a whirl. He could not remember being so happy in all his life. Winifred, the otter, nudged him. I say, Matthias, where's this giant grayling that you and old Alf hooked? By the claw, I wish that I could land a beauty like that. Nearly a 2-pounder, wasn't it? Matthias swelled with pride, such praise, and from the champion fisher herself, an otter. Tim and Tess, the twin church mouse babes, felt Matthias's strong arm muscles and giggled aloud in admiration. He helped serve them 2 portions of apple and mint ice cream. Such nice little twins. Was it only 3 months ago that he had helped Sister Stephanie to get them over tail rickets? How they had grown. Abbot Mortimer sat in his carved willow chair, beaming thanks as one by one the new arrivals laid their simple, homemade gifts at his feet. An acorn cup from a squirrel, fishbone combs from the otter, mossy bark sandals made by the moles, and many more fine presents, too numerous to mention. The abbot shook his head in amazement. Even more guests were arriving. He beckoned Friar Hugo to his side. A whispered conference was held. Matthias could only hear snatches of the conversation. Don't worry, Father Abbot. There will be enough for all. How are the cellar stocks, Hugo? Enough to flood the Abbey pond, Father. And nuts? We must not run short of nuts. You name them, we've got them. Even candy chestnuts and acorn crunch. We could feed the district for a year. Dairy produce? Oh, that. I've got a cheddar cheese that's 4 badgers couldn't roll, plus 10 other varieties. Good, good. Thank you, Hugo. Oh, we must thank Alf and young Matthias for that magnificent fish. What fine anglers they are. That's enough to keep the entire Abbey going for the week. Excellent, mice. Well done. Matthias blushed to his tail's end. The otters, the otters! A loud, jolly cry went up as 3 otters in clown costumes came bounding in. Such acrobatics! They tumbled, balanced, and gyrated, cavorting comically across the laden tabletops without upsetting as much as a single sultana. They ended up hanging from the rafters by a strand of ivy to wild applause. Ambrose Spike, the hedgehog, did his party piece. He amazed everyone with his feats of legerdemain? I don't know that word. I am an adult man and I don't know this word. Eggs were taken from the squirrel's ears. A young mouse's tail stood up and danced like a snake. The incredible vanishing shell trick was performed in front of a group of little harvest mice who kept squeaking, "He's got it hidden in his prickles." But had he? Ambrose made a few mysterious passes and produced the shell straight out of the mouth of an awestruck infant mouse. Was it magic? Of course it was. All activity ceased as the great Joseph bell tolled out 8 o'clock from the Abbey belfry. Silently, all the creatures filed to their allotted places. They stood reverently behind the seats with heads lowered. Abbot Mortimer rose and solemnly spread his paws wide, encompassing the festive board. He said the grace. Fur and whisker, tooth and claw, all who enter by our door. Nuts and herbs, leaves and fruits, berries, tubers, plants and roots. Silver fish whose life we take, only for a meal to make. This was followed by a loud and grateful Amen. There was a mass clattering of chairs and scraping of forms as everyone was seated. Matthias found himself next to Tim and Tess on one paw and Cornflower Fieldmouse on the other. Cornflower was a quiet young mouse, but undoubtedly very pretty. She had the longest eyelashes Matthias had ever seen, the brightest eyes, the softest fur, the whitest teeth. Matthias fumbled with a piece of celery and self-consciously turned to see if the twins were coping adequately. You never could tell with these baby church mice. Brother Alf remarked that Friar Hugo had excelled himself as course after course was brought to the table. Tender freshwater shrimp garnished with cream and rose leaves, deviled barley pearls and acorn puree, apple and carrot chews, marinated cabbage stalks steeped in creamed white turnip with nutmeg. A chorus of oohs and ahs greeted the arrival of 6 mice pushing a big trolley. It was the grayling. Wreaths of aromatic steam drifted around cavern hole. The fish had been baked to perfection. Friar Hugo entered with a slight swagger added to his ungainly waddle. He swept off his chief's cap with his tail and announced in a somewhat pompous squeak, "My Lord Abbot, honored guests from Mouseflower area, and members of the Abbey, ahem, I wish to present my piece de resistance." "Oh, get on with it, Hugo." After some icy staring about to detect the culprit, and several smothered sniggers from around the room, the little fat friar puffed himself up once more and claimed firmly, "Grayling à la Redoual." Polite but eager applause rippled around as Hugo sliced the fish and placed the first steaming portion onto a platter. With suitable dignity, he presented it to the abbot, who thanked him graciously. All eyes were on Father Abbot. He took a dainty fork loaded precariously with steaming fish. Carefully, he transferred it from his plate to mouth, chewing delicately. He turned his eyes upward, then closed them, whiskers a-twitch, jaws working steadily, munching away. His tail curled up, holding a napkin which neatly wiped his mouth. The abbot's eyes reopened. He beamed like the sun on a midsummer morn, quite wonderfully, perfectly exquisite. "Friar Hugo, you are truly my champion chef. Please serve our guest your masterwork." Any further speech was drowned by hearty cheers. That is the end of Chapter 3 in Redwall. We will pick up Chapter 4 the next time I cannot log in, which could be tomorrow. So we will hold on to Redwall. Let me just update the subject of the stream so people know I'm actually playing ESO. That was fun. Let's read books when we can. I think it's good for you. All right, we have entered into Skyrim. I have traveled to Solitude. I have the first story quest. There's only 7 apparently, and we are going to complete this. So the goal of this quest is to meet Brundle's contact, search a marked crate, and follow the cryptic directions. So let's do that now. Justice for Horkers.
I don't know any Brundled. That is what I told the guards, and that is what I'm telling you. I don't want any more trouble. You make me stab you, and it's my word against yours. Dead? Stone's mercy. I'm next, aren't I? I promise. I don't know anything. I won't make any trouble. I'll disappear. Don't even like it here. You'll never see me again. He did not tell me a lot. Said he was tracking some bad people. Asked me to keep an eye out for any unusual comings and goings. He'd come by now and then with a sweet roll and a few coins for my trouble. He was nice. The last time we spoke, it was about the men with the job postings. A pair of wolves in sheep's clothing. Trying to blend in, but still off around the edges. Same with their horses. Sheared mountain mares. Come from the Reach, I wager. Flyers. They were hanging them at the inn around the city. Something about a lucrative opportunity in the Druidek Mountains. I really did not pay them a lot of attention. I was more interested in the men distributing them. Take Brundle's horse and run before someone less friendly comes to find me. Braun was going to take me back east after he finished here. I want to live where strangers are welcomed with a smile instead of a scowl. I hear Windhelm is like that. We're stuck between the despot of Markar and the Skald King of the East. Both sniff around like wolves, waiting for a moment of weakness to strike. Not a day goes by without the threat of war. It is exhausting living this way. They'd be wise to. The only time Reachmen and Nords meet is to kill each other. I always heard they were raiders and barbarians. No interest in honest labor. Or writing, for that matter. Not the sort to post job notices. Who knows? Maybe they really do need laborers. Can't imagine Reachmen would hire Nords, though. It doesn't make a lot of sense. A wild land full of wild folk, located south and west of here. It's changed hands between Reachmen and the Nords more times than I can count. But they control the territory now. Seeing Reachmen wandering the streets of Solitude, it makes me nervous. You'd feel the same if you knew the tales of the fall of Markar. What the Reachmen do to folks they capture. Better to slice your own throats than let those barbarians take you alive. If they raid our hold, just run and don't look back.
All right, that was a cool first part of the quest. I definitely like how much is vocalized. I know it's like that in all of the expansions, but it's nice that right out of the gate you get that. All right, let's do the other two parts here.
Aegis needs your help. Sea giants and vampires are everywhere. Like I said, a fleet of sea giants and vampires stormed the island, bent on slaughter. Our soldiers fought bravely, but the invaders pushed the...
I like how her chainmail looks. Like how it's moving right there where there would like... where the cleavage meets the skin.
Gather. Time preserve you, friend. With your help, we might have some hope of It's a rocky outpost.
Alright, I'll take that boat in a second. Well, I guess I could take it now. No, let me... Shit, I don't know. Let me do this quest first. Let's see where this goes. They just let you open the trial right away. That wasn't my intention. I didn't want to head over there first, but if there's a teleport or something I should get here, I'd like to do that.
You must be one of the recruits from the mainland. Good. Most of our grizzled veterans have already fallen. We could use
Like her
a
armor,
seasoned
too.
warrior like you. Talk to Thane Ogvar. He's there by the gate. He's tried to organize a few counterattacks, but we haven't gotten far. With you and your allies' help, we might finally be able to turn these bastards back.
Come to help us, huh? I hope you brought some sturdy friends. I wager Stun himself would struggle to turn back Lord Falgraven and his giant allies. Aye, a blood-drinking beast, a fiend of ice and fog. The sea's been rough for days, you see. Bitter winds, cold rain that rakes at the eyes and clings to your beard. I thought it was just foul weather. But then we saw Lord Falgraven's longships. Not just him. Sea giants and their howling half-kin. I'd heard tales of sailing giants, sure, but I never thought they were true. Look, we'll fight to the last. None of us intend to meet a strong day. But against vampires and giants, we need help. God bless you.
Alright, I'm just gonna click through this. This is cool, but it's just a trial.
Like I
And
said. None, I'm sorry.
I can't do that right now anyway. Alright, let's go back to the story.
Time's Aegis needs your help. Sea giants and vampires are everywhere.
The cold waters of the north. Talk to Lilith Titanborn. Oh, that's where the trial was? Way up here? Alright, cool. I can teleport there too. Alright, I gotta go up there. Let's go south. Let's see what is this thing? The ritual site? I want to look at that. I get that it's probably like a world event thing.
I'd welcome some trouble right about now.
Yeah, it's a world event. Cool. I don't see anything happening though. Maybe I should just wait by this guy. Alright, we'll go north and do the quest though. I gotta go down here. Solitude discovered. Guess I can just go in this way. Load times are taking forever tonight. There we go. Oh shit, there's gonna be a lot in here. Let's get the way shrine first.
There's an urgent task for you. Well met, comrade. I have an urgent message from the Guildmaster. Report to me at once. I have a task for you. She's a lizard of few words. She's running things out of the guild hall in Darwin's Watch at the moment. The 8 guide you, comrade. No, but I have an idea. Word in the hall is that there's a big contract. A huge contract. All hands on deck. She probably wants you in the fight.
Alright, let's get all these quests. Looks like there's a lot.
Is that you? Listen closely, you insufferable clod. I need you to find my notes and... Wait, you're not Borfrey. I can tell from the lack of heavy breathing and sniffles. Who are you? Stuck in the bottle? No. This is a devious and very stubborn illusion. One that you now have the privilege of breaking. I was conducting some research, you see, and inadvertently triggered this spell. Luckily, I know how to reverse it. It's quite simple. I recorded the locations of 3 verses of a powerful incantation in my journal, on the off chance something like this occurred. Acquire the verses, come back and dispel this illusion. I'll make it worth your while. I promise. My assistant Borfrey has my journal. Find it. Read indeed. Steal. What I will. Precise. Yes. One. Ah, count it.
Alright, we gotta find Borfrey.
Let me guess. You found one of those ridiculous handbills Reginus posted all over town. The University of Guilem. An invent. Admission to the... It homes. We see... It's a magnet. It homes it. We recover. It's a school. For a time. Here and elsewhere. Impressive. We rarely see such an energetic attunement. Well, well, well. It seems I am. In a hurry, are we? We'll teach an excellent decision. Mastering the eye is no small endeavor. Now then, we should doubt. Because I'm not just right.
Oh, this is that new profession, isn't it? It's like archaeology from WoW. You can see all of the antiquities you can certainly scribe for. You can also read the lore.
Well done. Now fix your eyes on the center and the corners of the lens. Then turn your focus inward toward the facets in the glass. Concentrate, and the facets should merge. Unifying the lens into a single pattern will perfectly attune the eye, but you only need to reach the foci to gain a rough idea of the object's location. If you lose your focus, just try again.
I don't know what a reachable facet is. Oh, I see.
Location the eye provided. I'll meet you in the courtyard.
Wait, what?
Looks like this is the spot. Time to excavate the
Retrieve the antiquities.
Use the right tool for the right level of excavation, and don't rush yourself. Even careful digging can result in an unsteady dig site, so be mindful of its stability. There you have it. You're a proper... I'd report back to Verida and let her know you success... Of course. Indeed. Certain. That's the trick. You might damage the...
Alright, well that was kind of fun. That's a little better than the archaeology from WoW. Like, at least you're actually digging and stuff. In WoW, you're just clicking all over the fucking map.
Welcome back, Antiquarian. Excellent. Practically. That is entire.
Alright, well, that was worth it. That was worth it. We'll see what the rewards are, but that was kind of cool.
Over here, Initiate. Greetings. I have a message for you from Velost. Indeed. She has a task for you. Velost awaits you at the Guild Hall in Davonswarp. Of course. The mistress... I don't. But...
I'm accustomed to stairs, but I reached my threshold for gawkers a long time ago. Move along. I'm waiting. He's what? Damn it. Queen Gerhild will be here at any moment. Look, Her Highness is expecting to talk to me and my contact. I need you to pretend to be that contact, or this will go very bad. We can exchange intimate details of our lives later. Right now, just know that the safety of all of Skyrim, maybe even all of Tamriel, depends on how this meeting goes. So follow my lead and be on your best behavior with Her Highness.
Dearest Titanborn, your reputation is known even here in the West. Is this one of your famed companions?
No, but I assure you my partner is one of the Skald King's best. Go introduce yourself.
I am Gerhild, Queen of Skyrim. Allow me to welcome you on behalf of our kingdom, our city, and our hold. Who might you read? The letter that preceded your arrival said an attempt was made on the Skald King's life. It indicated that High King Svargrim would be next. My husband took that as an accusation and a threat. He will not meet with you, but I will hear you out. Have you anything that would persuade my husband? It will take some substantial evidence to convince High King Svargrim to heed the words of the hated Yoren, the Skald King. Reachman transgressions will not be enough for Svargrim to accept outside help. He's a prideful man, and the bad blood between him and Yoren runs deep. I will speak on your behalf, but you and Lyris will need to bring... Thank you for alerting me to this situation. I am eager to see what else you uncover. I will do what I can, but be as discreet as possible. If you run afoul of my husband, he won't hesitate to return you to Yoren.
The skin texture is pretty good. Like the way they have like small freckles here and there, and the way the skin looks like it stretches a little bit here. There's a little bit of scarring on the arms. That's really good.
Eastern and Western Skyrim have been at odds since the kingdom was divided. Yoren's ambitions for the Ruby Throne, however, have created a new level of tension. Forming alliances and raising armies for conquest. Frankly, yes.
Alright, we got the quest. Let's just check this stuff out. Alright, good.
You handled that better than I expected. Now, what in Mara's name happened to Brondald? Damn. Lucky thing he found you. Brondald was supposed to get the lay of the land before I got here. Without his information, my work for Yoren the Skald King could be over before it begins. What did he give you? Hand it over. Smugglers and Reachmen up to illicit business. Nothing unusual there, but Brondald thought it could be connected to the Coven. I'm short a good investigator, and you stepped into the role easily enough. Can I count on you to help me with this? Brondald mentioned some locals we should have a talk with. A snitch named Grega, who likes to gamble in back alleys, and an orc named Mog, who frequents the Lonely Troll Inn. Let's find them and see what they can tell us. Reach which, while it's true that Lyris, this accent, most of the tales, succinctly, I had a run-in. While it's true that we don't, but it's all we...
Alright, let's see here. Gotta search the back alleys. We're gonna go to the Lonely Troll. that name.
I'm not the first Nord from the east to receive a chilly reception at the Blue Palace. Doubt I'll be the last. Bard's College. Hard to imagine the Skull King spent his youth studying verse in this stodgy old kingdom.
Hey, don't step on the dice. There a reason you're interrupting our game, pork face? Don't know any Braun Dold. Don't know you. Either way.
My friend asked nicely. Talk, or the next thing to roll will be your heads.
Kasala. She handles all the smuggling in Solitude. Her warehouse is on the docks.
That wasn't so hard. Come on, partner. We're done here.
Go to the Lonely Troll. Could have done that already. Let's see. Let's go over here. There's some quests this way.
Sailing jump. If you're seeking excite, I need a jump. I need. Distance. Who's this? The dangerous.
Hold up there. About time I found. What the sort?
I haven't seen you before. Are you new to Solitude? Better yet, are you looking for work? If not me, my debtors. I provide funds. Tenzin represents the court.
Solitude is a shit ton of quests so far. I don't want those. Yeah, let's go back the other way. I don't want to do crafting. I mean, I may do it later, but just as like my main thing, I don't really care.
If you see a pretty bottle around, let me know. Oh, thank you. I was worried. That's good.
If freedom's ring will slake your thirst, I urge you to speak these words first. On the shores of an open sea, hordes of hawkers frolic free. The lonely troll. The loneliest loner troll. Lonely loner.
You must be Mog. I have questions.
You look like you had a rough expedition, friend. But we in the Undaunted don't sign up to sit on cushions and drink mead, do we? Mordra can answer that better, and probably more to the point than I can. Basically, we're adventurers. You look like you'd fit in well. You've got that fearless look about you the Undaunted are known for.
Not now. Just let me drown a bunch of pipe wire. Don't.
Lonely loner. All right. I thought there'd be a quest in here because there's like an arrow, but maybe I've got it wrong. It's like the arrows to the northeast, so maybe it's outside.
gave you the right to walk in here and bully my friend? Did my father send you? Because he doesn't like Mog. But I like Mog. Mog doesn't care that I'm upset.
Let's talk outside, partner. So we've got a mysterious Breton possibly working with Reachmen, recruiting workers for some unknown purpose. Plus there's a smuggler hiding unknown contraband in a warehouse down by the docks. I say we deal with this. We know where to find her, and we more or less know what she's up to. And if the two are connected, maybe the smuggler can help us narrow our search for the Breton. Ready to visit Casella's warehouse?
Oh, northeast. That would be the crafting things. All right. So I don't actually care about that. I do, however, care about this quest I can do. So let's go find the incantation verses. And then after that, I can do the story quest at the docks. Mind these words, though often slurred, you should sing out the verse the third. Vibrant feathers drift on the wind, my hair grew long but never thinned. In the spring the soil is fecund. To break a curse, speak these words second. Pigs and pigs and pigs and pigs, my auntie's finger thin as twigs. Yeah, let's dispel the illusion.
Bloody mages and their bloody tricks.
I guess I should put the illusion quest on. There it is.
Hello? Is that you, Down? How should I know? I'm a historian, not a head. Yes, that's it. Ow! No, that's not it. Honest. Hello? How should I know? I'm a historian. Yes, that's it. I can feel you, I think. Yes, I think that's right. That's it.
Oh, finally! Let's see. Legs, arms, spines. Yes! Looks like everything's as it should be. What a relief. A pleasure to meet you in the flesh. As I said before, I am Narcissus Dren. You are? Whoever you are, Charles.
Find the librarian's journal.
Porphyry? Why in Vex's name did you bring my belongings?
What?
There is a mages guild, which is where I'm going, so that's cool.
Don't look away.
Welcome to the Mages Guild Library. Do you work with that strutting war narcissist? Quite a coincidence that two... The journal is just there on the table. I should warn you, Mailmock was mad as a sack of weasels. Whatever you intend to do with the text, I doubt it will be worth the effort.
What is it?
Ah, assistance. Excellent. She, well, to be frank. Well, yes, of course.
Alright, got all these quests outdoors to do now. We can go there, there, up here, over here, here, here. So we just gotta pick what we want to do. I think the safe thing is to stick to the main story to start. Then we can do some of the side quests. But ideally I do some quests that unlock waypoints.
I have a long memory.
Let's see, that's the story quest down there. So we'll do this one first.
Kyne's Aegis needs your help.
That's Casala's warehouse.
And vampires are
One sentry.
everywhere.
Let's try not to cause a
Private
scene.
property. Get lost. Wait. Giant blood and blade. Everyone knows Lyris Titanborn. What a woman. She's even larger than I imagined. No wonder she fought Swordmaster Sai Sahan to a draw. Wait, is he here too? Until Casala returns, I'd be happy to keep fair Lyris company in her stead. Alas, Casala doesn't allow visitors when she isn't here to conduct business. We can wait out here. You think Lyris would autograph my ancestral scabbard? It would mean so much to my son. What? Oh, thank you, thank you! You don't know how much this means to me.
I don't know what you said to him, but this is our chance. Try the lock. See what's in those marked crates. I'll watch the door.
I knew whoever was poking through our shipments would return. Brought muscle this time, I see.
More than you. Care to try me?
I'll pass. I just want to know who's been meddling in my business. I had a feeling it wasn't just an opportunistic thief trying to steal my cargo. What are you after? A plot against the High King? Involving plundered antiquities from Hammerfell? Preposterous. I'm simply facilitating a transaction between treasure hunters and a rich collector. So, who am I paying the bribe to? You or the High King? Give me that! Tribal crafts my arse. I told that son of a skeever I don't deal in arcane goods. Especially ones from the Reach. Nothing but sorrow comes from such business. This isn't cursed, is it? No name, just instructions and gold. Shipments come in, I make sure no one looks too closely and wait for a pickup. Never see same face twice. Last time it was a smooth-talking Breton with Nord laborers in tow. You want more? I need assurances. They're taking the cargo to an abandoned lodge in the foothills north of Solitude. Occasionally used it myself when the city guard was being thorough. Want to catch them? Start there. If that's all, we're leaving. I'm not losing my head. The Breton was... I'm paid not...
Ronald had good instincts. We're definitely onto something. Without it... Give your sentry my best, and tell him I owe him an autograph.
Alright, let's go. Oh, Disrupt the Harrowstorm is a quest I have now, so let's do that. It says Hero Storm, so I guess I can do any of them, but let's just go down and wait for this one. Because it's close by. Oh, fuck. Made some cats angry.
They say Reedsmen are prowling around here. Let them...
Oh, man. I hate waiting for these things. I hated waiting for the dragons, too, and elsewhere. This is another one? It's Great Lift. I don't think that's a ritual site, is it? This is pretty tough. Let's see. Got him. Cool. That's not what I was trying to do, though. Let's see. Find the abandoned lodge. Where's that? Oh, that's up there. Alright, so after this thing, we'll go up to the abandoned lodge. I have no idea how often these events spawn, but it doesn't seem to be very quick. I can use persuade now, bitches. These ritual sites take forever.
I've heard some unsettling rumors.
There's plenty of room, if you're looking for it. There's not a thing in Sky.
Holy crap, this is taking forever, man. Alright. Western Skyrim world events. How often do these respawn? I'm gonna Google this shit. I feel like I shouldn't just wait here, but it can't be that long of a respawn timer, right? Pretty cool looking bear mount. How do I get crown gems? That's pretty fucking awesome. All of these are cool. I mean, I'm glad I'm not the only one just waiting around for this, but it is frustrating to just sit here waiting for an event forever. I hope it doesn't take too long. I know the second I leave here to go do something else, it's gonna spawn. I wonder if it's broken. Alright, I'm gonna give this like 2 more minutes. If it doesn't pop, we're gonna do something else. I feel like I've been waiting 15 minutes or so far. Alright, that's long enough. It's gonna pop as soon as I leave, but I'm just not waiting anymore.
More than I need, so I'll just freestyle.
I don't know what made that guy attack me. I was just coming up to his cabin. Fuck, I already killed you.
I have more than I need, so I'll just freestyle.
Oh, I can't help out. I'm leaving.
Over here. All I found were these reachmen stalking the pass. Decided they'd rather die than talk, so I obliged. They don't kill you. You'll be good.
Stop! A disaster has befallen Kilcreath's temple. Don't be alarmed. I mean you no harm. But there are harrow fiends swarming around Kilcreath's temple who do. Head back to safety. I'm sorry, but you're too late. An unnatural... Harrow fiends are feral vampires. A byproduct of the unnatural harrow storm. As for me, I am Fenorian of House Ravenwatch. I came here on the trail of remains. Yes, I've run into the Coven as well. The urn. I could use your help to examine the ice region. That's House Raven. True, an army that can... Is it that obvious? I am much more than just a vampire, in addition to being an agent of House Ravenwatch. Look, a priest of Meridia. Maybe they can tell us more about what happened at the temple.
Please. Oh, thank Meridia. She's the
living take precedence. We should search for survivors while investigating the pikes.
Another pilgrim seeking shelter from even. Kilcreath, we were on our grounds. An alchemical residue. That should prove useful.
I don't know what just happened. My computer just started sounding like a jet plane in the last like 30 seconds.
Keep calm.
High Priest Vakor will... Priest...
What happened to this poor woman? She looks distraught. ordinary sticks and rope now. Interesting. Can you feel the lingering energy? That's Daedric, if I'm not mistaken. These depleted witch pikes expended a lot of power to summon the Harrow Storm. Now they're just ordinary sticks. I'm sure now.
Acolyte Ivina, please, wake up.
No visible damage despite its proximity to the Eye of the Storm.
Acolyte Ivina can't hear me. She's standing. Is this what would have happened to all of us if I hadn't gotten the others? It's like... We need to find High Priest Varkor. Let's head to the temple.
Alive but unresponsive. Check the crates and see if they contain the smuggled items.
You seem to know a lot about a great many things, vampire.
Did you find anything of... I can't believe it. Yes.
Okay, to the temple. Oh, the temple's up. Okay, we'll just go around.
By Meridia's light, so many dead. How could Meridia let this happen to her faithful? Monsters in this holy place. We need to find the temple priests.
Man, these vampires suck, because, like, they just kind of bind you down. Fuck. My inventory is full.
Take his Meridian medallion so we can remember his sacrifice.
I'm safe in here, but this... Who's there? Is that you,
Calm
High Priest?
yourself, Acolyte. Our own weather. Vicious animals. We must find the others.
Murnus, you gave me no choice, Bobby. I swear
Just this morning. Priest Armin? Wait. Follow me. He fled into the vestry. Armin, please. You don't have to do this. They're mad.
Fuck, I had to be up there. Why am I doing this the hard way? I'm just gonna go around. I don't think this is a delve, so I'm just gonna run right through. I mean, it might still have a boss. Yet to be seen.
Did you retrieve it? Perfect. Even the stones are corrupted. The High Priest! What? Retrieve the relic, and we can escape through the old air shaft. This way, my friend. Let's meet back in the cave.
Hmm.
These are temple priests and pilgrims. It seems the storm killed them. I'll need to perform more tests. I'll take samples from the Harrow fiends and try to determine how the storm killed these people. Later we can retrieve my alchemy. If you're done.
That's close enough. Looks like I made it back just in time.
Perhaps I could question the witch before you introduce her to your impressive axe blade?
Kilcreek Temple was what I was just in, and I didn't get that cleared, so there must be more to it. Maybe I missed something in there.
seems the ritual needs refinement.
Kill her before she can summon another storm.
Willing sacrifices. Oh, nice.
Sacrifice. I'd rather give you my axe, witch.
Helped to take her prisoner. No matter. I found something. This way?
Go with your vampire friend. I'm gonna look around here.
Do you see? The Raven Watch. Yes, but
So, what did your Reach witches summoning magical storms to create feral vampires?
Oh. Alright.
So, what did your Reach witches Queen Gare... Could be that the elf...
Alright, that was the first of 7 main story quests. I think I got mixed up and I did like a point of interest quest in addition to the main mission, so that's good and bad. I wasn't trying to do that, but it's nice to knock out an additional story.
How fragile my fate. Such terrible. With Meridian, I'll work with our remaining priests. Try to use I lost both my faith. The injured, I lost a lot of them. High priest.
Yeah. So I completed the temple. So that's my second point of interest quest done. And 1 main story. I'm gonna teleport back to Solitude. I'm gonna sell some stuff in my inventory. Maybe buy some more backspace if I can afford it. And then we'll see what's next. Well, to be honest though, I'm wiped out. I'm tired. I don't know how much more I can do. Let's see, there's jewelry crafting, guild traders, armorers. There's the general good guy. That's where I want to go. I want to go west. He's actually got his own store.
My cat, master.
You need more hiding spots for you.
Oh, can't afford it. Yet. So I didn't clear much of my inventory there, but it's better than nothing. There's a bank, right? Yeah, there's the banker. Let's see if I can put some of this stuff in the bank.
Protect your favorite weapon.
Okay. Bank space is full. Oh, is the bank? Fuck. Looks like the bank is account wide. That's not good.
Ugh, my colleague brought it in. I hope you're enjoying your time.
Okay. Alright, well let's just sell a bunch of stuff. I mean, I haven't been using it anyway. And I need the inventory space for quests, so let's just sell everything.
Elsewhere has... Oh.
Alright, that'll give me enough inventory space. Gave me enough gold too. I could actually buy more bag space. But I'm not. I'll just hold on to my money. Buddy Sin, level 5 Necro. Good for him. Good for him. Alright, let's go. Let's go turn this quest on.
Get inside.
Be strong, Svanna.
Mother! No! No!
Svanna, your father, the kingdom. Watch over.
Mother! No! You can't die!
Sire, the assassins might return. You must get to somewhere safe.
Have Yoren's lackeys come to gloat?
We came here to warn you, Your Highness.
And yet my wife lies dead.
If you had listened to us...
Like she did. If I determine Yoren had a hand in this, there will be war! Someone take care of my wife!
Father, please.
Gods, what a disaster. The Queen's been assassinated and Svargrim still refuses to listen to reason. We need to find a way to set things right. Question. Guards should have been able to handle a run-of-the-mill assassin. This could be connected. Look around. See if you can find any indication. Svanna's taking this pretty hard. I suppose most daughters feel close to their mothers. Not that I'd know, I never knew my mother. Sir, don't mind me. Did you find anything that might lead us to the assassin? We've seen these medallions before. On the Reachman near Kilcreath. And I saw them on the witches in Icereach. The assassin definitely seems to be in league with the Coven. But can we get Svargrim to believe that and accept the danger he's in? Svargrim has every right to be angry. He watched his wife die right before his eyes. But he's the High King. He doesn't have the right to be stupid. Time to make Svargrim confront some hard truths. Come on. Sword Thane led the king upstairs. We need to see the High King.
I should think not. The High King is in mourning. He's not to be disturbed.
The Queen's wasn't the only life lost today. Now get out of our way.
Go right in.
Your Highness, please. Your kingdom is in grave danger.
My queen's blood hasn't yet cooled, and already Yoren's lackeys hound me.
We have proof that the Coven threatening your kingdom is responsible for the Queen's death. Show him, partner.
Does Yoren think me so weak that he believes his half-giant can twist my arm and fill my head with lies? I reach witches. They pose no threat. We've beaten back those wild dogs time and time again, while our brothers to the east bow down to a poetry-writing milk drinker. I will not be lectured on such matters by the likes of you. Tales told around campfires to scare the children. Storms happen here all the time, and none of them spawn monsters. The last spy who spoke of such things, well, you dishonor my wife's name by letting it pass through your treacherous lips. Away with you!
We'll leave you to your grief, Your Highness.
Is it true? Mother told me you were working for her before she...
I'm sorry, Svanna.
My mother. She told me she gave the mighty Lyris Titanborn an important task. Tell me, what were you doing for her? Threat? What threat? And do you think this is why someone came into the palace and killed her? And did you tell my father all this? Is he rallying the soldiers? Alert! My father sees Yoren's plots everywhere, even in this spicy venison. I saw the assassin. He was fat. I'm not my mother. No.
Come on, Princess. Let's get you somewhere safe.
Don't come.
wife. She is like, there was a commotion at the palace. Everyone was headed that way. Except he was fast. So fast.
Will you pray with me for these poor? It was a monster toward the main gate.
You know, I didn't want to be a vampire in this game until I now see the vampires in this game. And I want to be one now.
You again? Didn't I warn? A vampire? I don't know what you're talking about. The Queen's head? What about the High King? He'll have my head for letting the assassin slip away. You think...
This is Svargrim's fault. He should have heeded us from the start. Damn Svargrim and his that makes right to research the ritual.
All right. We're on the second story mission in Western Skyrim. I need to go down here to talk to Fenorian, which is near the fucking ritual site. So let's go down there. I'm a horse. You know, this is just like the horse from Tangled. He's a badass. I love Tangled. You know, as far as Disney movies go, it's up there. It's a really good one.
I feel exposed out here.
Welcome to the middle of nowhere, my friend. A bold move, even for them. We knew that vampire... And I?
Local wisdom dictates that all ugly, deathbed, and icy.
Uh-oh. Alright, let's go turn this in with the old lady. What's this?
Welcome back. Good. Mother won't hear me. We seek your blessing in our hunt.
The old ways of the North.
Our elusive quarry. Mother.
Look! The magic points to the west. What an interest. Didn't I tell?
Alright, we gotta find the assassin's camp. Way the hell over there. Alright. So, I don't think these Harrow storms are working. I think this is glitched the hell out. But, I'm gonna take a little break here, and I'm gonna AFK right here. So I will be back in a few minutes. Alright, I'm back. I do not think these things are spawning. I mean, I've been here for, what, 15 more minutes, and I was here for 20 minutes earlier? Nothing. So let's go to that campground. Let's just continue the story quest. To the assassin's camp. I'm not going to play this much longer tonight. I'm a bit exhausted. I woke up early for a run. Trying to get back in shape. After having some back issues last year and the year before. So I've got a long way to go. But I may play Sekiro on stream for a few minutes after this. We'll see. I'm just a little worn out and not really in the mood for reading through the quest.
The assassin drained her of blood. Is it wrong to find these visions so intriguing? There's nothing we...
Alright, where to? Further, search the cave. Alright, let's go search the cave. Yo! Yo! I have to be honest though, I'm thoroughly enjoying this game. I'm thoroughly enjoying this expansion. I played a bit of Elsewhere over the weekend, and I did a little bit of Somerset the week before that. I've done all of Morrowind, and this is just great. Like, it's really fantastic game, and so far this expansion seems to be right in line with what I would expect. So
What? Chill, caves, Hedrin.
I'm gonna go with a Covenant Scout, but I wish I could get both. Oh man, they don't make this easy. I'm gonna have to go look for Sky Shards soon. Alright, let's go in. We'll do this delve. We'll do the quest. There's 2 quests in here. Knock both of them out. Knock out the delve. And then after that, I'll take a break from you, so maybe for the night.
Yes, this is definitely the place in the vision. I'll slip past and scout ahead.
up, so we'll go this way.
Watch out for giant bugs. They poison places. Chillwind mushroom. Ah, and a fine specimen at that. Good work. Giant insects love this stuff. Deal with you next time you fight.
I found it had. I didn't get a good look at that before. Mind bringing it over? Let me take a look at what you found. The letter.
never would have gotten this far without your help. Let's be careful and find the rest of what we need. That's everything. Meet me outside and bring those ingredients.
I didn't see the sky shard in here though. Maybe it's up here towards the end. Might have to go back through this place just for the sky shard. Yeah, isn't there usually a sky shard in every single one of these? Ah, fuck. Alright, let's go back in there. I don't think it's in this room. Fuck. Let's just backtrack through the whole thing. I'm just gonna run through as fast as I can. Let's look down here. This is bullshit. As soon as I find the sky shard, I can leave because I finished all the quests and everything. Man, I can't believe I can't find this. am I going? I guess it's through there. There it is. I don't know how to get up there, but that's where it is. How the fuck do I get up there? Go around this one. That was actually a pretty, like, well-hidden Sky Shard. Versus the boss, it was super easy to find. Got it. Let's get the hell out of here. How are you?
Quickly, traveler, give me the Chillwind mushroom. Mara and
Alright, delve complete. And we gotta go back down here to turn in this story quest. It's unfortunate. Oh, that was unexpected.
As evil lairs go, I'm not impressed.
I'll take that as a good sign.
We think this old mine is where the clever woman helped you track. Good. These tunnels better be dug on the large size.
Let's go. Greymoor Caverns. Holy fuck. This place is huge. Alright, I'll be real. I didn't expect to like have a whole new map to explore. So this is pretty awesome, but I also am not planning on finishing this whole thing tonight.
Careful. The structure doesn't appear to be completely stable.
Relax. It'll take more than a rickety structure to take down.
Actually, I was
I
more
think there's a
concerned
cavern
for my own well-being. But if you insist,
it's just like the old legends. This is impressive. And that's coming from someone who's been to Oblivion and back. Can't believe this. No, let's split up. We can cover more ground.
Down here. My research it. Most of it.
Alright. You know, this expansion just got like way more awesome. I really was not expecting like a whole underground map here.
No. Well, wandered. We call it. Watch your back.
I mean, that's a lot to uncover too. So, all right. We'll head over to this town and we're gonna log out there. But this is great.
Hello. It wasn't. Oh, what? Absolutely. What an exciting case! I simply must write down this new development. Focus on the task at hand. There will be time for that.
This place is pretty cool.
You're back! Did you have any great work? Oh, thank you. Well, Claudina, say more about your process. I want to capture everything in my notes.
Go bother someone else. Well, I haven't.
You must be new. Can't say. You mean, what a curious question. Same as most of us.
What a waste of time.
much to do, so little time.
Greymoor, please. I hope this investigation might help. Here. I started this venture.
We're perfectly safe.
You're wrong. There's something evil haunting this place, and we're its next victims.
Dust Town. Solve the mystery of the missing miners in Dust Town.
This is the place, Claudina. Oh, good, you're just in time. Here, it varies by size. And here is powerful. Don't you think, Claudina? We're onto something. All right, here go the smelling salts.
Alright, let's see. What am I trying to do here? Where is the note? Must be upstairs? Did I miss it?
Don't worry about her. She'll... I hope this investigation...
I didn't get a note. See that letter. I guess I have to abandon the quest and do it over because it's not.
No, we identify.
To do the whole fucking thing over.
Claudina, say more about your process. I want to capture everything in my notes.
Hey Sen, how's it going, man? How was your stream tonight? And more importantly, how do you think the expansion's going? I've hit a couple of bugs so far, but I think this is alright.
I started this venture.
You're wrong. There's something evil haunting this place, and we're its next victims.
This is the place, Claudina. The local... Oh, good, you're just in time. We're inside.
How far in are you to the main story? I'm on the second main story quest, so I'm not super far yet. I've done a couple of side quests so far.
We're onto something. All right, here go the smelling salts. Get ready with the whistle. Do you hear that? It's coming from upstairs.
Slow down, Phoebe.
Did you see that basket move?
There it is.
Wait. What have I told you about
This quest bugged on me. I just had to redo it because the note didn't appear.
Let me see that. I have some idea. There's one just below, tucked away in the back of the town. Phoebe may be indisposed for the moment, so I'm counting on you to join me. Keep her whistle on you. We may need it.
Yeah, I did the talking bottle, the conjured dude in the bottle. That was pretty cool.
What was all that screaming?
This kind of blew my mind though. When I came down into this cave, like I did not expect there to be two huge maps. Like I thought it was just going to be this and that was it. And then when I came into this underground area, I just was blown away. Like this totally has paid for itself as far as I'm concerned with like the expansion and the content. I really thought it was just going to be the one map though.
Over here.
What is it?
You're just in time. I spotted the vampire.
And I really kind of want to be a vampire now. Not going to lie. It's seeing some of the vampire skills and how they like fight and stuff, it's really cool.
Phenomena, anything is possible. If If we hurry, we can stop this Hellstone before it causes any damage. I'll track.
Move. You take the east side. I'll take the west. Then meet me.
I did have a little wait getting in, so I think I had to wait about 10-15 minutes to get logged into the server to play, which is not that bad of, you know, on the first day. But I ended up reading Redwall to the audience while I was waiting out loud. Thought that'd be something fun and different. So that's what we did while we were waiting for the game to start up.
Use the spirit whistle here. What was that?
You have a spare one. Did you not use it on yourself? I was really happy to see that you started a Necro, though. I saw you were level 5 or so. Last I looked. I don't know what you are now.
Agaron, no! Gods, no. Captain Agaron, he's dead. I don't know. I was supposed to meet Captain... No, we're wasting time. Just go.
We need to talk. I feel Overseer Erlvar knows more than he told us. That I do not know. Captain Agaron, come. It can't have gone far.
Wait, so somebody can bite you without having to use an item? So if you were a vampire, could you just bite me and then I'd be a vampire? Is that how it works?
Whoever killed Captain Agaron must have triggered one of our traps. There's footprints.
I know nothing about Necro, by the way. Like, I have one at level 3, so... I'd imagine you get a bunch of skeletons and stuff, and you can't use it in towns. There we go. Let's go this way.
Curious. Spirits don't use trap doors. Shadows. We cannot afford to be seen. A strange mist. Follow it. It's over. Stay low.
Ruin, killing Captain Agaron was not part of our deal.
I am a vampire, Erlvar. I have needs. I made that clear when you hired me.
I hired you to protect my people. This was not what we agreed. You've taken it too far.
Who are you to reprimand me? You haven't seen too far. Just wait.
Overseer Erlvar employed a vampire to protect the mine. How dastardly. I believe that explains the missing miners quite succinctly. He must have given the vampire people in exchange...
I love the design of the characters in this too. Like, look at the veins she has sticking out of her skin. Because she's older. There was a woman, the queen from the High King's wife. She had like freckles and she had little stretch marks around her chest and like near her like her armpits and stuff. It's really well done. I can't pick locks. Yeah, it is. It's... Oh, fuck. No, get out of... You bitch. The guy took my basket. Yes, I'm a murderer. Oh, cool. All right. Gained a skill. That's cool.
Oh, what a day. I wonder if you'll be so bold when the guards arrive.
Maybe I should be a vampire, then I can murder everybody. I think that'd be cool. My first time playing through Skyrim, I did the werewolf quest chain, and I played as a werewolf. And then when Dawnguard came out, I played as a vampire once, which was pretty fun. Alright, let's look around.
What did you find? That look on your face. And we need to...
Why am I doing this quest? I'm supposed to be looking for a vampire assassin, and instead I'm trying to find a vampire miner. They're very different things. Alright, let's go.
Help! An intruder! Guards, come quickly!
Body? This has to be the vampire's doing. I bet he didn't stop for one. Look for more.
Look for more victims of the vampire menace. There's one.
You wouldn't leave, so I called the guard.
Oh dear. Is that not the guy I'm supposed to be looking? Do I need to talk to her?
Let's go before we miss our chance.
All right, I'm just gonna go find the vampire. Where does that go? That's not it.
I'm worried about the Riva. Not like her for one.
You wouldn't leave, so I called the guard.
Shit.
The vampire. Follow him, but stay out of sight.
Yeah, it's like they take this expansion is Dawnguard though. That's they made it's all vampires all the time. I love it. I'm excited to see if they have more werewolf stuff.
You're bad news. Guard!
What do you think happened to Horrell? Too easy to get turned around down here. No
Yeah, Dawnguard was, I don't know, Dawnguard was okay. It wasn't super dark. Talk to why is she way the fuck back there?
Curse him. Vampires do not obey the same laws as specters and ghosts. It's impossible.
All kinds of strange creatures. Don't even
Use the whistle.
My head!
There he goes. Follow him.
Where does he go? Is that him?
Don't slow down.
More, but
a lot of ground.
he's leaving a trail.
If I was a vampire in this game, I would just kill everybody. I would make that my role play. I'd have to kill every human. I mean, there's no good vampires. You literally feed on. You feed on people, man.
We have our proof.
Let's kill
Let us
him.
return to Dusktown.
Wait, what? Yeah, let's return to the town instead of killing the vampire. Whoa.
One more step.
I almost never drink on duty, but off you go, friend.
This is ridiculous. You can't waltz in here and accuse me of such a thing.
My husband would never do something so insane. I don't suppose you have any proof.
Proof? What proof could they possibly have?
You and your associates accuse my husband of outrageous actions. Making deal. Let me see that. Donors? But I don't understand. You can't. The fact that he really. You're right. Well.
Another case solved. Though she is strong, she will be fine. Anyway, you know, happiness is...
You know, since I'm wearing heavy armor, I really want some of the Skyrim gear. Like, it looks so good. The, like, heavy armor sets.
The overseer was working with a vampire. I knew there was something unpleasant about
Okay.
him.
Good jumping over that fence.
People disappeared, and the overseer was behind it all along. That's terrible.
I wasn't having this issue in Elsewhere, but I can tell my computer's struggling a bit with this expansion. I'm gonna have to look at upgrading, I think. Oh, you got a little bat pet? I don't think I got one. Maybe I did. Let me look at my collection. Because I got the collector's edition. I got the mammoth. I didn't get a bat pet. Did you get it from a quest, or did it come with the expansion?
stop the Harrow Storm before it could even get started.
Oh, I didn't get anything. I also couldn't get any of the, what are those things called? The rights? Like the Harrow Storms? Like this thing? I couldn't get those things to pop. I waited like 25 minutes for one. Like there's one right there. I waited forever. Like literally like 25 minutes. And then I took like a 10-minute break there too. And didn't see it pop. I don't know what the cooldown is on those, but it's pretty excessive. Did you do the prologue? I wonder if that's it. I didn't do the prologue. I just teleported there and started doing quests. I'm gonna feel really gypped if they didn't give me a bat pet. That would be really cool. Another cave.
Careful. I sense the presence of other vampires.
Alright, this way. Why am I not doing a bare-handed fist vampire spec? I am playing this game completely wrong. Oh no, I'm a vampire. I'm gonna call myself Batman. We're all black. Oh my god, they get like a vampire form too? What the fuck? That's awesome.
Now we need to find Sister Tharda.
Kind of an upgrade. Now I have to find Sister Tharda. That could be. What race did you go? Did you go Dark Elf? I'm an Imperial, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to look up the Bat Pet though and see how to get it. Fighters Guild level 2. Yeah, that's a good class to go if you're gonna go Necro. That's what when I made my Necro, it's the same thing. It's a Dark Elf. Hey, hold on. I'm gonna try this idea here. There we go. Unarmed vampire spec.
Listen in. I'll unlock the door.
And be reborn.
Oh, fuck. She did make some werewolves.
Singalis, where is this place?
The Ashen Lord commands it.
The werewolves look awesome too.
Once more, Ulfra.
Alive again? How?
You have the Ice Reach Coven to thank for that, werewolf.
Using my recipes, witch.
I meant no disrespect to Exarch Singalis.
We're being watched, brother.
Next time, Tharda, the Ashen Lord, will expect more than the restoration of a single reliquary. Now deal with the intruders, or I'll toss you to the Harrow Fiends.
Come out, little skeevers. Come out and play with Sister Tharda.
Yes!
Your sisters am I gonna have to kill before you
I'm
give
gonna
up?
fist her. It came out wrong.
Did you kill my dear sisters? Our vengeance will plague you beyond the grave.
Boom. You're mine. Alright, maybe unarmed is not the spec to go. But it looks fun. Love that the vampire is the healer in my group, by the way. Doesn't make any sense. That guy's a lot of life. Oh, fuck. Oh, really? I'm sorry for the spoilers. It's the second main story quest. I'm not super far. Like, out of the 7, this is the second. Bitch. Oh, mine are better. Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was a neat fight. You know, I'm not disappointed by anything in this game. Like, I take it for what it is. I enjoy it. It's fun. This is a great game. I'm so glad that you got me playing this again. Yeah, I got confused. There was, you know where it was? It was the temple part, and the first mission, you come up on this temple, and there's this whole side quest at the temple. I got really confused there and started doing a bunch of side quests there because I didn't realize they weren't part of the main story quest. And it seems like they are.
Damn it. The vampire and the werewolf are long gone. They called themselves Singalis and Ophrah. And they had an unusual rank or title, Exarch. I don't know what that means. Well, Finn, I left Spawn anything.
Alright, good news. Let's see here.
You saw it too, right? That werewolf shed that statue like a snake sheds its skin. Was she inside that stone husk the whole time? With ritual, obviously. And under the altar, I thought. Theoretically, I don't, Gray.
Talk to Zvana. Hey, Pager. How's it going? Oh, you know, just playing some Greymoor. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? I'm having a lot of fun with it. I hope you are too. Well, I didn't actually buy it. I'm not playing it. Well, it's pretty good, though. You should buy it. Yeah, I'm liking it a lot. I was just telling Sin, like, this was totally worth the price. Like, this is great. I was really surprised and happy with how much content there is and how big it is. I'm going to be playing this all week, though. Also, I started practicing speedrunning Sekiro, which was kind of cool. I suck at it. I suck at Sekiro. But I think I've got it down. I could probably beat the whole game now in like 4 hours instead of 9, so that's a bit faster.
Hold on. Judging by this bag, it looks like he died for nothing. Figures. Block off.
Ooh. Alright, let's see. Well, I don't blame you for that. You can get into it at any point and it'll still be there. It is pretty good though, and they did a whole bunch of graphical enhancements and menu enhancements, and there's some neat stuff in it. I'm pretty happy with it so far. I did some instances dungeons the other day. And that was a lot of fun too. Just queuing and getting in groups to do stuff. That was nice. That's the one thing about not having ESO Plus though, is, or having all the DLC, is the dungeon finder. So, you know, you're like, oh, I'll do a random dungeon, cool. But if you go to look at the specific dungeons you have unlocked, it's by level and it's by the DLC. So I don't actually have that many, because a lot of these are blocked by DLC. So I'll have to look at getting all the DLCs or ESO Plus for sure if I'm going to keep playing. An ESO Sugar Daddy. What's that, Pager? Wait. Oh. That's where I need to go. Let's go back. They have those Sugar Daddy websites. Just go on a date with some guy and be like, I need you to buy me ESO. You'll get a taker or two. On the flip side, you'll have to go out on a date with an old guy. Like, real old.
Finally. Waiting in a town.
Look, I'm very open-minded. If you have to go on a date with an old guy to get $60 to buy the collector's edition of Greymoor, I'm all for it.
I just need a moment to see. I'm not sure. That's nice of you.
Alright, that's the second main story quest. So I've done 2 of them tonight. This is the one part I was a little shocked by, is that the main story for this zone is only 7 main quests. They're awesome. Like, I've been playing for 4 hours now and I've only gotten through 2. So they're, like, content-wise, there's a lot of content. I would say there's probably 30 to 40 hours of content for the expansion. Just the expansion.
Get luck. I suggest a slug of Kindle Pitch whiskey. You'll need it to stand up to your father.
That's pretty nice. And that doesn't include dungeons or raids or anything like that. That's literally just the story and side quest. They also added a whole like crafting thing. Like in WoW, you have archaeology. It's basically that, except better.
I gave some bread to a beggar.
And that's pretty cool too. What was that I just sold? Is that a shield? No, it's a belt. Okay, I don't care anymore. It's not, I mean, I know that's not a lot of content. Like 30 to 40 hours isn't a ton, but it's enough. Like that's enough content to keep you happy for a little while. Like, I don't know if you play every night or anything, but keep in mind it has all the extra content too. Like all the stuff you haven't done yet. Because that's the thing about the bundle, is if you buy the bundle, it comes with the last like 3 or 4 expansions. So it's actually a lot of content. So for $60, I think, you know, having like 100 plus hours of a game is worth it.
No. The man. Excellent. Remember, many, one of the... Oh, it's a lute called... Well,
Sapphire's disguise. Wait, where's that? I'm not playing for too much longer though, if I'm being honest. It's like I said, it's been about 40 hours or 4 hours, and I'm pretty wiped out today. I got up early today. Went for a run. Worked all day. And as much as I love playing video games.
No thank you. Go speak. Welcome and enter. If you want to see the loot,
The decrees from the blue.
That white man?
Instrument. Oh, that loot. Yes. A mantelpiece. Buy it.
I trust you.
Oh. Did I get it? Where do we go? See you, Sin. Have a good night.
Yes.
You've returned? I assume. Wonderful. I left a copy of Nell's Hidden Loves on the table there. Have a look. Wonderful. Yes, of course it will be. We will use the instruments to... As you... With the clues? Certainly. It will...
Greetings, the Cedric.
Talk to the benefactor! That's actually the main quest. I don't know why that's showing up now. It's like, it's weird that I just got that for the first time. I'm glad I got it though. That's pretty good. Heals me too. Let's go with that. All right. I am a 21 Dragon Knight. My Warden was 25, so I've almost caught up with the higher character that I have.
You would have me spread my forces across the realm to search for nightmares you dredged up from a bottle?
It's not.
Or should I say, the whispers of eastern vipers tickling your ears?
But Mother!
Enough! Then next you come before me to vomit up your counsel.
Oh, jeez.
Traitor.
It's a very serious moment, and I just start playing the lute. Oh, that's fucked up.
That was quite the spectacle.
Damn the man. He wouldn't let me get a word in edgewise. Mother always knew how to talk. Mother had a way with father, but she could be just as stubborn. If she wanted something done in our kingdom, we should visit Jarl Red. I tried.
Alright, I'm gonna end up going to Morthal. Which is pretty cool. Let's see where that is. Fuck, I don't know. What's the name of the quest? Danger in the Holds. There we go. Oh, it's down here. Alright, well, I think, you know, that's a good place to stop for the night. I got a new quest. Finished the first 2 story quests for the Skyrim, for Greymoor. Did a couple of side quests, did a delve. Unlocked a couple of way shrines. I'm pretty happy with tonight. The one thing I'm not happy about is these, like, Harrow Storms don't seem to work. I don't know if I have to own a different DLC or if I'm just fucking it up, but, like, as a world event, it doesn't really show up. So, could just be me. Oh no. Anyway, I think I'm going to cut it off. Pager, I'm sorry I didn't get to talk to you too much tonight.
What is it?
While I was waiting for the queue to pop, because I had to wait to get into the server, I read Redwall to the group, so you missed some of that, and played this for a little while. So I'll be back on tomorrow. I'm going to play more of this. Hopefully I'll get a chance to talk to you tomorrow. And let's see, is anybody else in my chat? Some people just like jump in and I don't notice. Somebody named Feet is on. It's probably a bot. I don't know anybody named Feet. But anyway, I'm Briak, I Died at Games. Thank you for watching. Have a good night, and I will be back tomorrow.